Okay, first off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to the Akim that's out there pushing the sincerity and the sound doctrine. This is probably is going to be a quite a long video. Probably not. Depends on how the spirit rolls. In the society today, we're living in a very, very effeminate society. And, one of the biggest problems, probably the biggest problem in today's society is that men don't behave as men. Okay. Or should I say males don't behave as men. Females don't behave as women. Okay. One of the biggest things that's ongoing right now is this stupid this stupid movement called feminism. And feminism is basically to empower women, you know. But if you look at femininity, it's not there. If you look at masculinity, it's not there. You know, the real feminist movement would be if today's world was correct. The real feminist movement would be women pushing to be women. Okay. Now you got this thing going around, being as though people, males are saying that women are God, or women are gods, and that makes absolutely no sense. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out quite a few scriptures because we go specifically on scriptures because that's the only correct way to go when it comes to situations like this is scriptures and also common sense. Okay. Um. Now, starting off, this is First Corinthians 11. Let me sure I'm still going. Okay. Starting off, this is First Corinthians 11 and 1. Okay. It says, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ." Now, this is Paul. This is Apostle Paul speaking, going to the Church of Corinth, because when you look at the stories, you look at our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. What they're doing now is the same thing they did before, and history has proven time and time again that whenever men start following women and women start being in a leadership, then you're just then we're just we're just waiting on our demise, basically, because that's when things start falling. Everything just falls when you start following a woman's leadership, because women aren't meant to lead. Women can't lead, right? Now, before I continue, before I continue, it may sound like I'm bashing women, and to a degree, I am, because the thing is, women can say whatever it is they want about us, and it's all fine. When the second we say the smallest thing about a woman, it's World War IV. The smallest thing. Now, how I look at it is if somebody calls me, I don't know, a rapist. Okay, I know I'm not a rapist, so I'm not going to get or let's say, or let me reword that. If somebody is talking about rapists and just rape incidents in America, I know I'm not a rapist, so I'm not going to get mad at it. I'll be like, okay, hey, it is what it is. I know he's not talking about me because it's not me. So the thing is, when we talk about women, you know, if you're one of those women that are at least trying, and and uh, you know, and are doing right by your husband, or if you don't have a husband, you're trying to, you're trying your best to be a good woman, and you're just trying your best to be a good, sincere woman. You wouldn't be mad, you wouldn't be bothered by it, right? So this is, when we talk about women, it's always on who it applies to, and most women that get on our comment boards are very, very pissed off when we talk about the woman. Why? Because it applies to them. That's all it is. Now, continuing on with the scriptures, I got that all out of the way. 1 Corinthians 11:2. Not so like it now. I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things. Remember, it's in all things. Okay, and keep the ordinances. Okay, as I delivered them to you. But I would have you know. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ. Or in our word, or in our, terminology, is Yahweh Shah, right? And the head of every woman, listen good, and the head of every woman, and let me zoom in on this a little bit. This goes to you, towards you simps too, mainly. Because you can't really get pissed off at the woman because they're the weaker vessel. They're going to follow whatever. It's you simps who I really want to, it's you simps, man. And we're just surrounded by them in this neighborhood. We're surrounded by them in the world, man. Like everywhere you look, it's always people, just people, males over simping, man. I don't even think there's a such thing as over simping. You just being a simp, man. And I looked at, just recently what inspired this video was a show that Polite did a couple years ago. And I was looking through the comment board, and the comment board itself inspired me to do this video, really. A lot of people are starting to wake up to that woman is God and she's a queen and things like that. She's this and she's that. I got a question before I continue. I got a question. How much more empowerment do these women need in today's society? Women claim they're less protected. Show me how. Y'all not the ones being blown away. Y'all can get away with every goddamn thing you want. You can get away with talking back to police. If it was us, shit. Forget about it. Forget about it. We either gonna be put away or blown away. Why do you think it's always black men? It's so-called black men, not black women, getting blown away by the police. Why do you think that is? Why do you think it's always young black men blowing each other away in the street, man? It ain't young black women there, is it? Y'all need to stop with that, man. This feminism stuff is completely just out of hand now, man. And now that these men are starting to wake up towards it, women are starting to have a fit. But I got news for you. A lot of women are starting to wake up towards it too. Why children are fatherless? Why a lot of children are fatherless? Yeah, I'm not saying that you don't have no deadbeat ass niggas out here. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. Because you do. You got wicked men. You got wicked males that beat. That start beat. I'm gonna get into all that, man. But it's verse 3. It says, "But I would have you know that that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God," which means, now I'm saying in our terminology, Yahweh comes first over all. Okay, then his son Yahweh Shah. Then when you get down here, then you got you get down here, you got and I'm talking about as far as a family wise, you got Yahweh, you got Yahweh Shah, because you can't get, and another thing, you cannot get to the Father without getting through the Son. People have a problem with that too. Anyway, you got Yahweh, you got Yahweh Shah, you got the head of the house, which is the father, or the man. Then you got the woman, then you got the children. You see what I'm saying? The Lord deals in decent, the Lord is decently and in order. That's how the Lord always rolled. Okay? Continuing on. It says, every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonor of his head. Now that goes towards you guys that like having head covers out there, when you doing the work. I'm basically attacking on all ends right now. You know, this is for you women that say, I fear Jesus. I fear Jesus. Jesus is my Lord. I fear God. God and Jesus is my. You don't fear him. And for you niggas, man, you don't fear Yahweh Shem Shah. You know, you don't fear Yahweh Shem Shah. And that's why at the beginning of the camp, I said males don't behave as males. Females don't behave as females. Everything's out of order. A dog don't behave like a dog half the damn time now, man. A cat don't behave like a cat. You know, everything's just out of order, man. But then people get mad at us for trying to break that seal out of people, man. Like you living a goddamn lie. Realize that. You know, we trying to shake them up out of their sleep, man. Hey, wake up. Wake the hell up. You know? Now, verse 5, it says, but every woman that prayeth or prophesieth, you know, and a woman can't exactly prophesy, meaning, you know, a woman prophesying is, you know, basically teaching her daughter, teaching at home, really. You know, you can teach, you know, the mother can teach the son some things too, you know, I just out of wisdom, you know, but the son, you know, the son is better off learning how to be a man. A woman can't teach a man how to be a man. You know, just like a man can't teach a woman how to be. You know, we know how women are supposed to be, but as far as a different level, the mother has to teach the daughter how to be a daughter. These mothers ain't doing that right now. These mothers teaching their daughters how to work a man, man. You know, get yourself a qualified man if you know what that means. You know what that means. A qualified man. Now we gotta worry about getting qualified women. It's harder on us than it is y'all, man. What can you know? Women get all the jobs. We can't, you know, we gotta work hard to get a job. We gotta work hard to get through school. This system is built for women, man. And then they say, oh, we're less protected. We're less protected. Okay. I don't know how that is, but okay. I mean, you literally got a police system on your side. What do you say what happens when you get into a situation? I'm calling my cousins. I'm calling my brothers. I'm calling everybody. I'm calling my whole family. You got a whole army of simps on your side. You got a whole police system on your side. So what do you mean? What do you mean you're the most unprotected? What the hell you mean? Equal rights. Please, man. There was never such thing as equal rights, even when we was in power. There's no such thing as equality to man and women. Look, man, I got news for you. That's why you got a mother and a father. You can't have two mothers. You can't have two fathers. I'm talking about in the same household. How's that going to work? I mean, in today's society, yeah, you can. But how is that working out? You know, you need a man. You need a man and a woman. You know, a mother and a father. So you become one flesh. Don't mean you're equal, but you work together as one. That's how it is. That's how it's got to be. It says, "By every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, Salaki, uncovered, dishonor of her head. For that is even all one as if she were shaven." Okay, I'm gonna go a little further. Um, Here we go. Let me see. All right. This is verse 8. I just jumped down a little bit to verse 8. It says, "For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." You know, a lot of guys say, "Yeah, my queen, my queen, my queen, she my queen." But you know, you ask that woman, is he your king? You know, or you ask him yourself. You ask him himself. Okay, but are you his? Are you her king? They don't never say that. You know, you make sure to leave that out. Um, Now, if you look, if you read through all this, because you know, like I said, Paul had to straighten a lot of things out, man. You know, now if you read through this, you know, First Corinthians, you know, or this section here, you know, Like down here, it say nevertheless, like when it goes verse 11, it says nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord. Now you see how that just connects right there, right? Like if you go down even more, it says, for as the woman is of the man, even so is the man by the woman, right? But all things are but all things of God. Now, what's that saying? Meaning you work together in one flesh. It don't mean that okay, you have a woman and you just throw her off. That's not what that mean. Okay, you still gotta love your wife. You still have the wicked guys that beat on their women. You know, I'm going down. I'm going over to Ephesians 5:23. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. All right, Ephesians 5:22. I mean, it says, "Wives, submit." Submission is a hurtful word to these women, man, because they don't know how to be women. When you got people out there that say, yeah, you need to love your ladies. You need to love your ladies. What ladies are you talking about? what ladies are you talking about? There are no ladies. They're not ladies. I'm seeing beasts. I'm seeing hoes. I'm seeing bitches. Verse it says, husband, so like wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. And now a lot of women that say, yeah, I love the Lord, be talking to their husbands like complete shit. Let's be honest, man. If you really love the Lord, you would know about these scriptures, right? You would know about them. You would know to be submissive to your husbands. That's what the Lord said, right? Whatever the Lord says is all true, man. Okay? It says, this is verse 23. It says, for the husband is the head of the wife. How much more deeper can you get? For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, meaning the whole body. Meaning he's over the head of. So what is this telling you? Remember how I said that as men we can't get to Yahweh. But we can't skip over Yahweh Shah to get to Yahweh. So what is this saying to you women? Women, you cannot get to the Lord's Son without getting through without going to your husband. That's it, but right now, man, in a society full of simps, shit, man, you can't respect these men either. You can't respect them either. I mean, I know I damn sure can't. Like I said, it's a guy, directly across the street from me, man. Two of them, and they come out and they just look so broken down. And the one that's directly across the street, I mean, he takes simping on a whole new level. I mean, and you women talk about women empowerment. You got what you wanted right there. A soft, feeble man that you can look down on. You want everything you got everything you wanted. And for you guys, man, for you simps, you want a queen, you got one. You got one. That's what you got. By the Lord's will, man, it ain't happening where I live at. It ain't happening where we live at. I'm talking about, us as brothers. It ain't happening where we live at by the Lord's will. That sipping shit, man, it's so much to the point it's just like it's getting annoying, but it is annoying, but it's funny. Because when you guys get divorces by your queens, you sitting in the middle of the street crying and shit. I seen it happen. God broke, just crying. I mean crying. chasing after the car, trying to hold on, and he crying in the middle of the street, just freaking the hell out because his woman left him. That's what you get. Okay. Now this is verse 24. It says, therefore, as the church is subject to Christ, meaning the brother and the men. Okay, going on. It says, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Right. Not breaking that down because I don't need to. All right. Now, I want to get this scripture real quick because I want to clear, again, I want to clear some things up when it comes to this situation here. Because again, remember I said, you do have wicked guys out there, and I'm not saying at all that there aren't any wicked guys and deadbeats out there, but you got to remember, you don't never hear about the deadbeat fathers. You don't never hear about the deadbeat mothers. There are probably a lot more deadbeat mothers than there are fathers. You notice, you like women. Women usually use their children for money because they know they could get it. They know they could get it. They have a child. Oh, I could just go straight to child support. And they use your money. You use the man. You use the money. You use the children for the money. And it ain't just child support. It's all different avenues to that. Now this is a commandment. Because it's a commandment to be, to do, to follow the Lord's laws as men. And as men, we have to do what we got to do. Again, like I said, as you notice, I'm attacking on all avenues with this video. That's probably why this is going to be a little longer, right? This is 1 Peter 3:7. It says, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. And that them meaning your wives. Okay. It says, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, meaning the wife is the weaker vessel. So you have to do your part, right? And it don't mean serve. Giving honor is not serving. By the way, I want to clear that up. Giving honor is not serving. It depends on what you using on now. Giving honor is just basically meaning being a good husband, man. Hey, you laugh. What do you have fun with her? That is if she prove herself. Hey, man, the day and age, man, women have to prove themselves before they go any further. I'm talking about when they come to us, they have to prove themselves, man. We ain't out there chasing after women, man, because we ain't in the time for that. We got our eyes on a bigger picture. That's the downfall, the demise of this place. The demise of Esau. And the demise of just wickedness, period. Pollution and things like that. Right? It says, and it's being liars together of the grace of life. Now, it says that your prayers be not hindered. Now, again, you got to do your job as a man too. Now, here goes the long part. If you didn't think that was a long part. Oh boy. Make sure I'm still rolling. Now, again, if you didn't think that was a long part, then yeah. Now I'm gonna read. And I'm getting the Apocrypha now. So this is straight out the Apocrypha. Start with Sirach. Okay. Chapter 25. And I'm going to roll through it. It says, in 3 things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before God and men. Right? It says the unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together. I hope you heard that. Okay, agree together, which means it ain't no equality stuff, as meaning in one flesh, because the woman is going to be saved through the man if he a man of the Lord, right? And that's just what it. It's just all in one flesh. If you agree together, you're in one flesh. You don't really see too much of that right now. It says, this is verse 2. It says, three sorts of men my soul hateth. It says, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud. Okay. A rich man that is a liar. And an old adulterer that doteth. It says, this is verse 3. It says, if thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, how canst thou find anything in thine age? Oh, how comely a thing is judgment for gray hairs, and for ancient men to know counsel. Oh, how comely is the wisdom of old men, and understanding, and counsel to men of honor. Right? It says, much experience is the crown of old men, and the fear of God is their glory. Now, that can go several ways. Well, that could go, no, there's only one way to say that. You guys that have a problem respecting elders, that goes towards you. Okay? That goes towards you. Like, the elders that we learn out under the apostles of Great Millstone, look, man, they've been doing this thing before most of you were born. Before I was born. And you have a problem with respecting that. You call them old ancient men that they just used up. Oh boy. Where that come from? That's an effeminate thought. That's an effeminate since we're going into, women and their carnality and their wicked ways, you guys, man, you thinking like that, that's a womanly thought. That's effeminate and that's carnal. Okay? It says, this is verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart, meaning spirit, because the heart is just a muscle. It doesn't think. It just does what it's told, or how your body it helps function your body. It doesn't think. Okay, it says there are 9 things which I have judged in mine spirit to be happy. It says, and the 10th I will utter with my mouth. It says, here goes the list. It says, a man that have joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Well is him that dwelleth with a wife of understanding, and that have not slipped with his tongue, and that have not served a man more unworthy than himself. Well is him that have found prudence, and he that speaketh in the ears of them that will hear. It says, oh, how great is he that findeth wisdom, yet is there none above him that feareth the Lord. Right. Here we go. It says, this is verse 11. It says, but the love of the Lord passeth all things for illumination. He that holdeth it, whereto shall he be likened? It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. I wonder how many people follow that law. said the love of the Lord is the beginning of his love. I wonder how many people follow that. It says, and this is verse 13, right? It says, give me any plague, but the plague of the heart. It says, and any wickedness, but the wickedness of a woman. Oh boy. It says it's starting to get a little dicey here, ain't it? It says, and any affliction, but the affliction from them that hate me, and any revenge, but the revenge of enemies. It says, there is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. It says, and it's like it says, I had rather dwell with a lion. Oh boy, here we go. And a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. I'm gonna repeat that part. It says, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon, my goodness, than to keep house with a wicked woman. I don't gotta break that down. The scriptures are breaking down itself. These are self-explanatory scriptures. Okay. Verse 17, it says, the wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Okay? It says, as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife. So is a wife full of words to a quiet man. See? Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. A lot of guys have a problem with that too, you know. Oh, she this, she that. Oh man, man, most of these women that look good and all that, or that think they look good because they got makeup on and shit and stuff like that. They pretty much used up. They pretty much cum dumpsters. You can hang it up. Okay. Verse 22. Okay. Verse 22. It says, a woman, if she maintaineth her husband, meaning controlling, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. I'm going to repeat that. It says, a woman, if she maintaineth her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Now, you women want to know why you're so angry? Well, look at the society now. Look at you, look at y'all. And look at these so-called men. Yeah, boy. Y'all running households, y'all being everything that nature is against. And you wondering, and you making videos on why the woman is so angry. The woman is so angry because y'all ain't women. Y'all ain't natural. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's a simple answer. Y'all not women. Because a real woman wouldn't be angry. Because she would be doing everything a woman is supposed to do, right? No, y'all wanna be y'all wanna be equal footing to men. That's why when y'all work and y'all try to do men's work, y'all have a crazy amount of breast cancer. You wonder why. You wonder why you're going through all this stuff. Again, man, y'all not natural. That's the thing. Simple answer, man. Here's verse 23. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. Right? A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. If you remember a little earlier in the video, I said time and time again, history has proved that when men, even in stories of the Bible, this Queen of Heaven worship, man, Queen of Heaven worship, that's all it is. Time and time again, when men follow women, it does not end well. It does not end well for anyone. Everything just start crashing. Everything just start falling. Okay. This is verse 25. It says, "Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get abroad." Meaning that you know how these women say, "Oh, I do whatever the hell I want. I do whatever I want." Well, okay, you got it. You got and excuse the language, but you got used up pussy. That's all it is. You gotta remember that women are like children. So, and they try to say that we're like children. I don't know how the hell that is, but when children, they're just free to do anything they want. Well, they start falling. They start doing whatever the hell they want, and then they start doing crazy stuff. Well, it's just like women. You leave women to do whatever they want. Well, you got what you got today. Verse 26. It says, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. What's that saying? If she ain't doing right by you, man, stop trying to hold on to her. And of course, you gotta have patience. Okay, but a lot of guys wait after like the 20th try until you were all messed up. You all messed up. If she ain't doing right by you, man, what it say? Give her a bill of divorce and let her go. You ain't supposed to be all bent out of shape over women leaving you, man. Look, man, we men, we don't even need them. I'm just being straight honest. We don't need them. Okay? I'm not saying that they have no part, but I'm saying that as men, we don't need a wife. We don't need them. It's not a requirement. Especially right now, it's not a requirement. Okay, it's this is chapter 26 now, and then after this chapter, I'm gonna close up. Okay. It says, "Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double." You wonder why men die a little earlier than most women? It's because men go through the most stress in this world. With every different, even if he doesn't have a wife, he's catching nothing but hell. That's not mention the shootings that's happening, especially here in Baltimore. Especially here in Baltimore. It says a virtuous woman rejoiceth. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. In peace. These women ain't quiet, man. You gotta be quiet. Verse 3, it says, "A good wife is a good portion." See? "Which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord." So if you one of them, one of the women out there that are trying, you're gonna be giving it to a good man, man. Or if you're a good man, if you're a good brother, you're gonna be giving a good woman. That's how the Lord works. You being wicked, well, he gonna send you to the wicked. That's all it is. This is this is verse 4. It says whether a man, this is one of the key points I wanted to hit here. It says whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart toward the Lord, he shall at all times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. That's one of the main points I wanted to hit there. Remember I mentioned, I said, and I just said a bunch of stuff at the beginning, and I said I'm going to get to it and bring it all together. Remember I said, these women say, I'm looking for a qualified man. I'm looking for a qualified man. What is qualification to you? Okay, let's see. You want a man that and there ain't nothing wrong with having a man that works. You need a man need to work. But you got these women out here that say a good qualified man for you is a doctor. A good qualified the man for you is a lawyer and things like that. But y'all still be complaining. Cause y'all still go down the street next door or whatever while he gone and go mess with everything that walks, man. Or you come back complaining, oh man, he just boring. He got money and all, but he just boring. You women don't know what you want, man, and that goes back to you're not supposed to leave a wicked woman liberty to get abroad. That's where that comes from. You're able to do whatever you want, but you don't know what you want. That's the problem. You don't know what you want, and naturally, you're not going to know. Why? Because you're the weaker vessel. Okay. Continuing on. But it said whether a man be rich or poor, so at the same time, if a woman is faithful, a woman can't be faithful, but if a woman is serious about it, she wouldn't give a damn if you was poor. She wouldn't give a damn if you was rich. But women good look for power, But then at the same time, they're not happy with that. How many celebrities get divorced? It's just crazy. Continuing on. In verse 5, it says, there be three things that mine heart feareth, and for the fourth I was sore afraid. It says the slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. Okay, all these are worse than death. You hear that? Oh boy. It says, but a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue with which communicateth with all. Right? It says, you notice these women, like, they try to have the biggest ass or the biggest breasts or whatever. They do they doing all this. It ain't so much, they doing it for attention, no doubt, but it ain't so much for other men to look. It's competitive competition, with each other. That's why they always look, that's why they always arguing with each other. They always looking, they always, got that side eye on each other, like, who the hell's this bitch? Who the hell is this bitch? I'm better than her. Who the hell is this? What the hell she got on? Things like that. Right? And the sad thing, the sad part about it is, males do it to each other too. That's what I mean by we just living in a very effeminate society where everybody's just a damn beast. Everybody's just a damn beast. Whether they be the simp beast or just the grimy beast, And the women, they just beasts, man. Demonics, man. This is one of those demonic forces that we gotta fight, man. One of the all around us is demonic forces for real. Okay. Hell, I mean, even our own brotherhood, you got demonic forces. You gotta fight back. Cause we get demons on us too. Okay. There's verse 7. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to the throat. Salakia. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. Oh boy. It says, a drunken woman and a gadder abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. I ain't do nothing wrong. You can't tell me nothing. This, and that. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. What in the world? Oh boy, that sounds really familiar, don't it? If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Okay. As verse 11, it says, watch over an impudent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain. Okay, and drink of every water near her. By every by every hedge will she sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow. Meaning she all over the place. All over the place. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. It says, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. Let that sink in a little bit. let me repeat it. It says, a silent and loving woman, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. And there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. Ain't that the truth? It says, a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace. You hear that? And her continent mind cannot be valued. Okay. As the sun when it ariseth in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. It says, as the clear light is upon the holy candlestick. Salaki cannot speak. So is the beauty of the face in ripe age. Right now, let me see. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to 22, verse 22. It says, "And harlot shall be accounted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against death to her husband." You hear that? Okay. Verse 23. It says, "A wicked woman is given as a wicked portion to a wicked man." Now I just mentioned that earlier. I completely forgot that part was even in that part was even included in this. I mentioned that if you're a wicked woman, you're going to be given a wicked man. If you're a wicked man, you're going to be given a wicked woman. Okay, and that's what that was talking about. It said a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. So you're going to be given if you're a so-called woman of the Lord, basically, so to say, and you're actually trying to be a good, quiet, loving wife, and you're actually looking, to be a good woman, actually be a woman, to be on to I'm gonna just say to be a woman. You're gonna be given a man, a good man, a man of the Lord, Um, or you're gonna be given to a man of the Lord. Okay. Now this is verse 24. It says a dishonest woman. Um, she like it. A dishonest woman contemneth shame. You hear that? It says, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Now, shameless woman and a dog. Well, we all know what a female dog is, but women have a problem with that word. Oh no, I mean it was even guys too. Oh, I don't know about calling her no bitch. Being you just crossing the line there. You a shameless woman. What else is there to call you? Well, you're just being a little you just being a little too. No, man. We ain't no simp stuff up in here. Look, man, you a bitch. It says, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A woman that it's really easy to be a woman. It's harder to be a man, even in the truth. You know. In fact, when you come into the truth, it becomes even harder. It's super easy to be a woman. All you do is take care of the household, man. If you gotta work, then yeah, you gotta work. I mean, it ain't we in a different society. You know, we in a different society. Income has to come in somehow, right? The only way I'm gonna be straight up. The only way that a woman could be up in the house is if she is actually contributing somehow. She ain't just gonna be sitting there just doing nothing. And that's what a lot of guys, that's what a lot of you males out there do, man. She ain't gotta do nothing. She's my queen. She's my queen. She's this and she's that. She has to do something, man. She's gotta help out somehow. I'm taking care. I'm taking care of this bitch. She ain't helping out. The hell with that. You need to get rid of her ass. I'm just being straight up. You know, I'm just being straight up. Everybody has to help out somehow. You got children. The children need to help out. Oh, they can get the hell out too. Okay, you live in a house. You living in the same household. But no, according to these males out here, nah. She's my queen. She my queen. I ain't doing. She ain't got to do all. The hell with that, man. Um, almost done here. It's almost done here. Um, in verse 26, it says, "A woman that honor her husband shall be judged wise of all." Meaning, you're a smart woman for doing that. You know, but she that dishonor him in her pride, pride is the key word there, boy, shall be counted ungodly of all. A loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies. Okay. There be two things that grieve my heart, right? And the third maketh me angry. It says, a man of war that suffer of poverty, and men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. Yeah, that would make you angry. That last one right there would definitely make you angry, wouldn't it? Okay. Now, it says, the Lord prepareth such and one for the sword. It says, a merchant shall hardly keep himself from doing wrong, and an huckster shall not be freed from sin. All right. So, that woman, that woman is God thing, and this feminist movement is going to end, and it's already starting to end. It's starting to backfire it's really starting to backfire if you notice. Look at these events. You proud ass women, man. Judgment is coming to y'all, and it's already starting. Rose about to start flipping. You know, Rose are seriously about to start flipping again, back to its original. I mean, just the most drastic change that you're ever going to see. And like I said, it's happening now. I'm looking on the comment board of these feminist videos, and people are pissed the hell off at it. They can't stand it. They can't stand it. Okay. Again, man, judgment is coming to you simps as well. Judgment is coming, man, to everything that this place stand for. Shalom.